Hey guys, doing something a little bit different today. Some of you might be aware of, as you can see on the screen, ChatGPT, which is basically an AI bot that answers questions for you. I think is what it actually is. I've only just started using it myself, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, but I'm not entirely sure as to how it all works. But how about for some fun, we ask it some questions and see what it comes up with. So I've already asked a bunch of various questions. I have also asked a few K-On! Related questions, like make a Five Nights at Freddy's style game, which I actually did post in the community tab, the answer that it gave. But let's do some more here. So one question that I have asked, actually a few questions I've asked that I've actually have been curious about, do involve some other anime, such as Bang Dream, which is Lisa Imai clingy towards Yukina Minato? Because the reason I asked this is because of this one image my friend Shane shared, which basically talks about an alternate, what's the best word for this? Alternate scenario regarding Rosalia, where I think it's Yukina's dad doesn't leave or something. I haven't watched season 2 of Bang Dream, so I don't know the details of the relationship with her and her dad. But the text on that image says that Lisa is less clingy towards Yukina, which Lisa's clingy. She doesn't really strike me as the type. So if we ask here, oh, excuse me. Now, I don't know if ChatGPT gives the same answer every single time if you ask it the same question. But here it says, Lisa Imai and Yukina Minato are characters from the multimedia franchise Bang Dream. They are members of the band Rosalia. In the anime and other media, Lisa is often portrayed as having a close and supportive relationship with Yukina, but whether or not it could be considered clingy is subjective and may depend on individual interpretations. Their dynamic is characterized by Lisa's strong admiration for Yukina and her desire to support and be there for her. Yukina, on the other hand, appreciates Lisa's dedication and values their friendship. The interactions between characters can be seen as positive and reflective of the close bonds within the band. Whether this is perceived as clinginess would depend on how one interprets and defines such behaviors in the context of their relationship. It's worth noting that the perception of characters and their relationships can vary among viewers, and different interpretations are possible based on individual perspectives. If you're interested in the specific dynamics between Lisa and Yukina, you may want to explore the various media formats of Bang Dream to get a fuller picture of their relationship. Now, I actually don't know all that much. I have played a little bit of the mobile app a few years ago now, but I didn't get that far into it. And in the one Bang Dream Pico episode, where Yukina loses her voice, Lisa is able to pretty much interpret everything she's trying to say, as if she can read her mind. So that's clearly a very close friendship between the two of them. And when Lisa helps her out in that episode, by the end of it, Yukina tries to say thank you, and it's very adorable when she does it. So basically what this says is, whether Lisa really is clingy is pretty much up to interpretation from the fans, among other things. So that's a pretty good answer for it. No. Oh, actually, just delete it. I don't save the chats to read later. I don't even know what the limit is, if there is a limit of you can only save a certain amount before you have to start deleting them. So, another one I've asked, which might sound a bit dodgy saying it out loud, but, I'm genuinely curious, is Nozomi Tojo a lesbian? Because anyone who's watched Love Live knows about the antics that Nozomi likes to do with other girls, which kind of begs the question. Nozomi Tojo is a fictional character from the multimedia project Love Live School Idol Project, which includes anime, manga, and video games. As my knowledge cutoff date in As of my knowledge cutoff date in January 2022, Nozomi's sexual orientation is not explicitly defined in the official materials. The characters in Love Life primarily focus on their aspirations to become school idols, and romantic relationships are not a central theme. It's essential to note that the interpretations of characters and their relationships can vary among fans. If there have been any updates or additional information about Nozomi's character since my last update, I recommend checking more recent sources or official materials from the latest information. Okay, this does answer my question. It doesn't give the same answer every time, because when I first asked this question last week, I think, sometime last week, it gave a different answer. That's basically said it's pretty much up to interpretation by the fans again. So, yeah, Nozomi does a lot of things with girls, and, the other girls don't like it, you might ask, is she a lesbian? Does she like doing this stuff because she likes girls? I think my friend Kayla said that in the manga, it is stated that she's a lesbian. I haven't read it, so I don't know. But this thing doesn't really know for sure, so I guess it all depends on your own personal interpretation. Get rid of that. So, what are some KO ones? Let's see. Oh, actually, I did also ask the same question regarding Mugi, and it did give a similar answer, I believe. Is Tsumugi Kotobuki a lesbian? No, question mark. Tsumugi Kotobuki is a character from the anime and manga series K-On! She is a member of the Light Music Club and plays the keyboard. Duh! The series itself does not explicitly explore the character's sexual orientations. I don't even know if the whole subject of romance and dating and all that even comes up in the anime. Like, I genuinely don't remember. I mean, I know Mia makes the one comment in the episode where Sawako gets sick, where the girls are talking about visiting her, and Mia says she might have her boyfriend over. And June's brother in the manga does get mistaken as her boyfriend by the Wakaba Girls members. But I think that's about it. In K-On!, the focus is primarily on the girls' friendships, their experiences in the Light Music Club, and their interactions. Yeah, that's basically the same thing they say for Nozomi. So, yeah. A very similar answer to Nozomi. So, although it is probably hinted more so than in Love Live, because whenever Mugi sees two girls or two women, interacting with each other, she gets all sparkly-eyed. And we do know from the manga that Sumiri did used to sneak Yuri manga to Mugi because she wasn't allowed to read manga, so Sumiri decided to buy her some, sneak it to her, and that's how Mugi became interested in the whole girl-on-girl dynamic. So maybe she's a lesbian. Who knows? Again, K-On's about music, Love Live's about school idols. The whole talk of romance and dating and the like very rarely comes up. So let's actually ask what I put up in my community tab. Design a Five Nights at Freddy's fan game using the anime K-On! It's probably not going to give the same answer it gave the first time, but let's see what it says. Oh, Five Nights at K-On's. That's the same. Just let it finish. Okay, title, Five Nights at K-On's. In the times that I've thought about a K-On! FNAF game, I would have called it like Five Nights at Sakura Galka and have it based at the school, and that's where the game takes place. So, but Five Nights at K-On's. What are some fan games that don't actually say the names of characters? Oh, Five Nights at the Chum Bucket. That's one. Five Nights at the Krusty Krab. I have not played either of those. Five Nights on Treasure Island, I think was one. I imagine there's a whole bunch. Concept: Five Nights at K-On! Combines the cute and energetic world of the anime K-On! With the suspenseful atmosphere of the Five Nights at Freddy's series. Players take on the role of a night security guard at the Sakuragaoka High School, where the characters from K-On! Have been brought to life as animatronic performers. Characters: yes, Yui, Mia, Deb. Yep, characters, we all know that. Gameplay. The game takes place in the Sakuragaoka High School music room, where the animatronic versions of the K-On! Characters come to life at night. I'm assuming it means in the club room, when it says music room. The goal is to survive 5 nights by monitoring security cameras, closing doors, and conserving power. Basically the same as FNAF 1. Each K-On! Character has unique behaviors and movements. For example, Yui might randomly wander around. Mia may hide in dark corners. I don't know about that. It's like being scared of the dark. It seems like something Mia would be like. Ritsu could be banging on drums. Tsumugi might manipulate electronic devices. How exactly? And also could move stealthily. Well, she's a cat. She's a cat girl. Cats are kind of known for being stealthy. Players must keep an eye on the characters through security cameras and use door and light controls strategically to prevent them from entering the security room. The characters become more aggressive as the nights progress, and new challenges, such as malfunctioning equipment or power shortages, add to the difficulty. Jump scares. Instead of traditional jump scares where a character gets too close, you know, the type of thing they do. Whoops. Players are treated to a surprise mini-performance by the animatronic K-On! Characters. It's a mix of cute and eerie elements that stay true to both the anime and horror genres. So basically, the jump scares would be both cute and scary, if that's even something you could do. Soundtrack. Incorporate iconic K-On! Songs into the gameplay, creating a unique and immersive experience for fans of the anime. Good luck avoiding copyrights with that. Graphics. Capture the charming and colorful art style of K-On! While adding a darker, more ominous tone to suit the horror theme. So you'd kind of have to combine the style of K-On! With the style of FNAF, which hopefully there are artists out there that can do that. Endings. Multiple endings based on the player's performance, with unlockable content related to K-On! Lore for those who successfully survive all nights. Overall, Five Nights at K-On! Aims to provide a thrilling and entertaining experience that appeals to both K-On! Fans and Five Nights at Freddy's enthusiasts. I personally would love someone to make a K-On! Style FNAF game. If they did, I would absolutely play it on the channel, and I imagine I'd really enjoy it. Hopefully they wouldn't make it too difficult. Like Case Animatronics, that one was exceptionally difficult for Markiplier to get through. But yeah, Five Nights at K-On's, Five Nights at Freddy's K-On! Themed. Somebody please make it happen. Make it a thing. I will play it for the channel. Rid of that. And something else I've actually always wanted, and this actually did get started many years ago, but it was subsequently dropped, which was a K-On! Visual novel. So, I believe I did actually ask about that. Design a visual novel based on the anime K-On! Harmony Rhythms. I think that might have been the name we gave it the last time. Okay, it's got the different surnames. I believe it actually did change the last names. I'm not sure if this would actually be using the original characters, but with different last names, or whether they would be completely new characters with the same first names. So let's see. Harmony Rhythms. Genre. Slice of life, comedy, music. That's the same from last time. Plot summary. Harmony Rhythms is a heartwarming visual novel inspired by the beloved anime K-On! The story revolves around a group of high school girls who come together to form a band, forging deep friendships and creating beautiful music along the way. The protagonist, a shy and musically inclined girl, joins the school's light music club and embarks on a journey filled with laughter, challenges, and the joy of making music with her friends. Characters. Yui Suzuki, the protagonist, a kind and gentle girl with a passion for music. She plays the guitar and becomes the lead vocalist of the band. Mio Tanaka, the bassist. Mio is reserved and somewhat shy, but her musical talent is exceptional. She often finds herself in amusing situations due to her easily flustered nature. Ritsu Yamamoto, the drummer and club president. Ritsu is energetic, mischievous, and always full of ideas. She is the driving force behind the band's formation. Mugi Kato? I don't know how you pronounce that. The keyboardist. Mugi comes from a wealthy family but seeks ordinary experiences. She brings a touch of elegance to the group and loves trying new things. Asasa Nakamura, a Kohai junior who joins the band later. Asasa is a skilled guitarist who initially struggles to adapt to the quirky dynamics of the group. This sounds very similar to the original characters, so I'm assuming this chatbot just used the original characters but just changed our last names. Gameplay. Decision points. Throughout the visual novel, players make decisions that influence the story and relationships between characters. These decisions can range from choosing song lyrics to deciding how to spend free time. Music practice. Players can engage in interactive music practice sessions where they choose which instruments to focus on and contributes to the band's overall skill level. Events and performances. Experience key events such as school festivals, band performances, and heart-to-heart conversations between characters. Friendship levels. Develop each character's friendship level by choosing to spend time with them, helping them overcome challenges, and supporting them in their personal growth. Visual style. Capture the vibrant and colorful aesthetic of K-On! With detailed character sprites, expressive facial animations, and charming background art. The UI should be user-friendly, with a music-themed design that enhances the overall experience. Music. Include an original soundtrack that complements the themes of friendship and music. Allow players to unlock and listen to different tracks as they progress through the story. Again, if you use songs from the actual anime K-On! Franchise, you might have issues with copyrights. Harmony Rhythms aims to deliver a delightful and heartwarming experience, celebrating the power of friendship and the joy of making music together. I'm not sure if that's the same as the last time I asked this question, but, I do like the ideas it's given. Harmony Rhythms. So it wouldn't have K-On! In the name. Okay, so let's do one that actually is sort of linked to the K-On! randomized K-On! Pokemon Team series I'm doing. So give each of the 5 main characters of K-On! a Pokemon that fits their individual personalities. I did actually ask ChatGPT to do the same for Muse. So let's see what it says for K-On! Certainly, here are Pokemon choices for the 5 main characters of K-On! Based on their personalities. Yui Hirasawa, Pikachu. She would love that. Yui is known for her cheerful and carefree personality. Pikachu, with its energetic and friendly nature, reflects Yui's character well. Both Yui and Pikachu have a knack for brightening up the mood and making people smile. I mean, if Pikachu making faces is anything to go by. Mio Akiyama, Eevee, evolving into Espeon. Mio is calm, elegant, and a bit reserved. A bit. Eevee, with its potential to evolve into various forms, represents Mio's versatility. Espeon, known for its grace and psychic abilities, complements Mio's refined and sophisticated demeanor. Ritsu Tanaka, Apom. Ritsu is the lively and mischievous drummer of the group. Apom, with its playful and energetic nature, is a good match for Ritsu's personality. The long, flexible tail of Apom also resonates with Ritsu's drumming style. So you could have Ritsu playing the drums and Apom playing the bongos. Tsumugi Kotobuki, Mugi, or Dino. Mugi is sweet, gentle, sweet, and caring. Ordino, known for its nurturing and healing abilities, reflects Mugi's kind and considerate nature. Mugi's love for tea and sweets also aligns with Ordino's caring and comforting characteristics. I mean, you could potentially also give her Chansey, because Ordino is just the Gen 5 version of Chansey. Or maybe Blissey. I think you could potentially go either way with Mugi. Asusa Nakano, Meowth, Alolan form. Why specifically the Alolan form? Asusa is initially a bit reserved and serious, but she eventually warms up to the group. Meowth, Alolan form, with its more reserved and calm demeanor compared to the typical Meowth, represents Asusa's character development. The Alolan Meowth's cool and collected nature suits Asusa as she finds her place within the group. Okay, so Alolan Meowth has a different temperament to Cantonian Meowth. Interesting. These Pokemon capture choices aim to capture the essence of each character's personality and characteristics in the Kaon series. Okay. Now do the same for Nodoka, Manabe, Ui Hirasawa, Jun Suzuki, and Sawako Yamanaka. We gotta do all 9 of them. Okay, Nodoka, Gardevoir. I think I gave that to Mio the first time. Wait, no, I'm thinking of Muse. I think it was Umi who got Gardevoir. Nodoka is responsible, mature, and caring, often taking on a supportive role for her friends. Gardevoir, known for its protective and nurturing nature, reflects Nodoka's character. The elegant and graceful appearance of Gardevoir also aligns with Nodoka's refined demeanor. Ui Hirasawa, Jigglypuff. That seems a bit of an interesting choice for Ui. Ui is known for her sweet and gentle personality, always ready to support her sister Yui and the rest of the group. Jigglypuff, with its cute and nurturing characteristics, is a fitting choice for Ui. Additionally, Jigglypuff's musical talents align with Ui's interest in playing the guitar and supporting the band. Jun Suzuki, Pancham. Jun is energetic, a bit mischievous, and always enthusiastic about joining the Light Music Club. If you watch the anime, questionable. Pancham, known for its playful and rowdy behavior, represents Jun's spirited nature. The panda-like appearance of Pancham also reflects Jun's energetic and lively presence. And maybe also her little buns on her hair. Sawako Yamanaka, Miss Magius. Sawako is the enthusiastic and eccentric advisor of the Light Music Club, with a passion for music and a hidden gothic side. Miss Magius, a ghost-type Pokemon known for its mystical and magical aura, suits Sawako's mysterious and theatrical personality. The playful yet eerie nature of Miss Magius resonates with Sawako's diverse interests. Okay, so Yui gets an electric type, Mio gets a ultimately psychic type, Ritsu gets a normal type, Mugi gets a normal type, Asusa gets a normal and dark type. No, wait, is Alolan Meowth normal and dark or just dark? I actually forget which it is. Nodoka gets a psychic and fairy type. This is after Gen 6. Ui gets a... No, wait, was Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff fairy types, or did they stay normal? I'm not up to date with my Pokemon types. June gets a fighting dark type. I believe both Pancham and Pangoro are both fighting and dark. And Sawako gets a ghost type. Gee, I wonder what she do with that. Okay, so those are the Pokemon that best fit them. Okay, that's good to know. So I'll just get rid of that. Let's see. We might do 2 more questions. Oh, here's what I actually asked, which I think is a stupid fly. Mine is actually something I think some Star Wars fans might have wondered. Who would have been a better master, thank you, for Anakin between Qui-Gon Jinn and Mace Windu? It's summer, so we get fly problems. Okay, I think this might be similar to what I said the first time. It's difficult to definitively say who would have been a better master for Anakin Skywalker between Qui-Gon Jinn and Mace Windu, as both Jedi had different approaches and philosophies. Qui-Gon Jinn was known for being more unconventional and independent in his thinking, often challenging the Jedi Council's decisions. He had a strong belief in the living Force and was open to unconventional methods, such as training Anakin despite the Council's reservations. Qui-Gon might have provided a more nurturing and understanding environment for Anakin, acknowledging his unique strengths and struggles. Mace Windu, on the other hand, was a highly skilled and disciplined Jedi. He adhered closely to the Jedi Code and was more cautious in his decision-making. Mace might have provided a stricter and more structured training environment, focusing on discipline and adherence to the Jedi Code. This approach could have its benefits in terms of helping Anakin control his emotions and impulses. In the end, the fate of Anakin Skywalker was heavily influenced by a combination of factors, including his own choices, external circumstances, and the overall state of the galaxy. While Qui-Gon's more open-minded approach might have allowed for greater understanding and empathy towards Anakin, Mace Windu's discipline could have provided a more stable foundation. It's important to note that the Star Wars narrative is shaped by the choices of its characters, and various factors contribute to the outcomes. I think it was a Star Wars channel. It might be the Stupendous Wave or Star Wars Reading Club that actually did their own theory videos on what if Qui-Gon trained Anakin and what if Mace trained Anakin. And I think from what I recall, both routes would have been fairly positive. They both would have done it very differently, but I think ultimately it would have made the events come out a lot more positive than how they came out in canon. Master dilemma. That's a good way to put it. Okay, what's one more question I can ask? Oh, actually, I know something I can ask. So, one question I asked when I started using this was to design a support card for the Red Eyes archetype, and it ended up making a spell card. So, let's do a variation of that. Design 3 Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that support the Red Eyes archetype. They must include one monster, one spell card, and one trap card. Okay, let's see what it comes up with. Ooh, Red Eyes Nebula Dragon. Okay, let's see. Red Eyes Nebula Dragon. A synchro. I don't know how synchros will work with Red Eyes, given that it has no in-archetype tuners, even though some people have actually argued that Blackstone of Legend should have been a tuner. But I don't think Red Eyes was really designed with synchroing in mind. That's more Blue Eyes' thing. Level 8 Dark Dragon Synchro, 2800 attack, 2400 defense. That's almost the stats of Red MD, but that's level 10, whereas this is level 8. One tuner, one or more non-tuners. Okay, so it's generic. Once per turn, you can target one Red Eyes monster in your graveyard, banish it, and if you do, this card gains 300 attack for each level of the banished monster until the end of the turn. If this Synchro Summoned card is destroyed by battle or card effect and sent to the graveyard, you can target one banished Red Eyes monster, special summon it. Not amazing, but potentially okay for more of a beatdown strategy, because that is one route that Red Eyes can take. I'm just not too sure about it being a synchro though. Because we do have two Red Eyes synchros, but they are strictly zombie support, so them being Red Eyes cards is a bit of a stretch. Spell card, Red Eyes Fusion Rebirth. Fusion summon one Red Eyes Fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. It's literally just polymerization. If you control a Red Eyes monster, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then targets one banished Red Eyes monster, special summon it. You can only activate one Red Eyes Fusion Rebirth per turn. I think Red Eyes Fusion is objectively a bit better. I mean, being able to recycle your banished Red Eyes monsters is okay, because Red MD does banish, so you could bring something back, or maybe if you use Dragon's Mirror. I don't know. Trap card, Red Eyes Retribution. I do like that name. If your opponent special summons a monster or monsters, except during the damage step, you can send one Red Eyes monster from your deck to the graveyard. Okay, so a Foolish Burial that requires an opponent's action. Questionable. If you do, destroy the special summoned monsters. Oh, okay. If this set card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one Red Eyes monster in your graveyard added to your hand. You can only use each effect of Red Eyes Retribution once per turn. So basically, if any back row removal is used while it's still set, you can recur a Red Eyes. I'm not too sure about that. I mean, I guess it could be a way to get back Red MD if it's in your graveyard, because outside of Monster Reborn and maybe Call of the Haunted, if you want to go down that route, I can't really think of many ways to bring back dragons. I mean, Return of the Dragon Lords doesn't work because Red MD is level 10. Fusion Rebirth. It didn't really try with that name. I don't know. I think this is the kind of thing that Konami would probably come up with. You know, usable but not amazing. I mean, the names are pretty decent. Red Eyes Nebula Dragon. I wonder what the artwork would look like for that. Yeah, questionable. But I guess that's just the fate of Red Eyes. It never gets amazing supports, or at least amazing in-archetype supports. If it does get any really good cards, they're basically splashed into everything else and barely used in its own archetype. Yeah, my boy just always gets the short stick. So, I think that'll do for today. Oh, that was kind of fun. I think this ChatGPT is pretty good. The way they designed it is very, very good. I think they did a pretty good job. And I'm definitely going to be continuing to use this. And if you guys would like me to do more of this, just ask any more questions and maybe send me questions that you'd like me to ask, and we can see what it comes up with. Just comment down below. So, I will see you guys in the next video. Stay chilled.